Odds are your favorite Gen X classic rock, indie, and alternative artists are still at it. And if you'd like to know who's still got it, stick around. Like everyone else who thinks his opinion matters to someone, even if it's only to himself, I occasionally take the time to evaluate just how much I like or don't like something. TV shows, books, movies, family members, music. But 2023 is the first year in which I had a small YouTube channel where I could share some of those thoughts. And since I don't want to get kicked out of my own family, boiled down from a total of more than 100 candidates, here are my picks for the top 23 Gen X rock and alternative songs of 2023. Their first new music in more than 7 years, Helmet didn't exactly ease back into the alternative metal scene. Holiday is a riff-rich, rhythmically grooven, lyrically unsettling introduction to a tight and to-the-point 31-minute, 11-track collection of songs from their album Left. And as my grandpappy used to say, this one's a foot stomper. Written in 2021 during a particularly uncertain time in the lives of the Timmons family members of the band, Cowboy Junkie's first single from their 2023 album, Such Ferocious Beauty, Hard to Build, Easy to Break, is a song about how easily and quickly things can fall apart if not properly respected. They will probably never match the Trinity Sessions, but this song makes me believe it may yet be possible. Oh, you heard about this. Digitally rebuilt from a late 70s, low-quality cassette demo recording, the John Lennon-led track was issued as a double A-side 7-inch with Love Me Do in November, and is part of an expanded set of reissues of the Beatles' Red and Blue collections. This is far from being a great Beatles song, but it is a really nice Beatles song that I'm just not tired of hearing yet. While you're waiting for their new album Glasgow Eyes and their upcoming 2024 European tour, you can get a taste of heavy synth and crunchy guitar riffs in what strikes me as both a signature and fresh Jesus and Mary Chain song. I wouldn't recommend putting the video on if you're trying to catch a nap. Gabriel's first full moon time-coordinated single release of 2023 was, in my opinion, the truest to form Gabriel track in quite some time. By the end of the year, all 12 tracks from the IO album would see an individual single release, many of which were outstanding tracks in their own right, including Road to Joy and Love Can Heal. Mellencamp's best album in decades sonically revisits the vibe of The Lonesome Jubilee, and its title track plays out like a much older, even wiser version of 1983's Authority song, with a few F-bombs that you just know Mellencamp would have loved to have included back then. It's one of several standout tracks on the album. One-time vocalist of The Commotions and solo artist since 1990, British singer-songwriter Lloyd Cole continues in his more recent synth-pop leanings with this summer's album On Pain. For me, the standout track was the second single, The Idiot, an homage to David Bowie and Iggy Pop's friendship during their late 70s Berlin era. Your favorite band's favorite band, Sparks, returned in 2023 with yet another head-scratcher that I honestly really hated the first time I heard it, then not so much the second time. And well, it is number 16 on my list, isn't it? You either get Sparks or you don't. Okay, Boomer, that other iconic band of yours that just won't go away gave us yet another reminder of why they shouldn't. The Grammy-nominated Angry features a big, unmistakable Keith Richards riff and an energetic, easy-to-sing along with Mick Jagger hook. It's a song that's destined to be prominently featured in the next 5 Rolling Stones greatest hits albums. Topeka, San Francisco, San Francisco, Topeka, Topeka, Topeka. Nowlan's alternative rockers Better Than Ezra released their best song of the 21st century, and it leaves just enough to the imagination. Written shortly after the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the second single from their Memento Mori album, My Cosmos Is Mine, is a song about protecting your inner self from the attacks of the outside world. Sonically, it plays out like a slower, more mellow Nine Inch Nails track, if you can imagine such a thing. Based on true events and featuring a Chicago-esque horn bridge surrounded by massive bare-naked ladies vibes, this is the most fun song to enter the Folds catalog since Rockin' the Suburbs. By 1984, as far as I was concerned, there was no point for any heavy metal bands other than Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, and Scorpions to even exist. An opinion shared by a coworker whose name I'd drawn for a gift exchange at the upcoming Christmas party at the Giovanni's Pizza location where we both worked. So I go to a local record store, explain the situation, dude behind the counter hands over Tooth and Nail from Dokken. He opens the gift, we go outside, pop it in his cassette deck in his car, listen to it all the way through. I had to get a copy for myself the next day. So is Fugitive, Into the Fire, or Just Got Lucky good? Well, as long as you're not expecting Don Dokken to shatter any glass with the vocals, it's a really good Dokken song. Following up their 2021 album, the excellent Detour de Force has proven a task that the ladies could manage, as exemplified by the lead single Love and Life and the follow-up One Night, the latter of which features a joyful, sentimental, uplifting video exploring the connection the band has with its fans, is another easy-to-enjoy classic from the enduring Canadian geek rockers. The best song, if I have to pick just one, from their well-received 2023 comeback album, Everything is Alive, is the arguably gentle, jangly shoegaze track, Kisses. You'll go for the fuzzy denseness of the instrumentation. You'll stay for the soft, fuzzy warmness of the hook. Gone is one of two previously unfinished demo tracks from Geddy Lee's My Favorite Headache sessions. David Bottrell and Ben Mink were hired to apply the finishing touches for this 2023 release. A song written shortly after the passing of Neil Peart's daughter Selena, it's a genuinely poignant vocal performance from Lee. So soon? Who would Dave Grohl find to step into the shoes of the not even gone a whole year yet Taylor Hawkins? He found Dave Grohl. Of course, a touring drummer would eventually be added as prolific session drummer Josh Freese joined the Foos on the road in 2023, and Rescued, the lead single from But Here We Are, is precisely the super hooky, very energetic kind of song I had been waiting to loudly, obnoxiously sing along with in the shower for quite some time. The third single from the Grammy-nominated 72 Seasons, Metallica's If Darkness Had a Sun, was, in my opinion, by far the best song on the album. Other tracks received far more attention, far more radio airplay, adulation, Grammy nominees. For me, this was simply their best, most balanced, and complete composition. And if it were revealed that this was a previously unreleased track from their Black album, and it's not going to be revealed, I'm just saying, I would think that made total sense. Darkness would fit in perfectly. In spite of perpetual lineup changes due to internal strife or natural passing, Yes keep finding vocalists like John Davison capable of doing at least a satisfactory job of sounding like John Anderson, and they keep writing proggy yet contemporary-sounding songs. Mirror to the Sky lead single Cut from the Stars gives me some serious 90125 vibes if 90125 had been recorded in 2023. Amy Lee is the Kate Bush of symphonic metal. She does no wrong. All hail Amy Lee. The title track from what several critics called their best album since 1985's Crush is an all-time synth-pop classic as far as I'm concerned, and I was never particularly a fan of OMD. So are they another group whose second or third act might be better than their first? Over the course of several months, beginning in late 2022, Smashing Pumpkins began releasing the rock opera Atom in 3 parts. Empire was the lead single from Act 3, and in my opinion, it most closely channels the spirit of 1995's Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, one of Two Pumpkins' albums for which Atom was considered a sequel of sorts, the other being 2000's Machina, The Machines of God. Before revealing my number one song, I do want to mention a few other artists who released new music in 2023, from which I derived my top 23. There's actually plenty of new music to check out, and that's one of the reasons this channel was created, to help you stay informed. Maybe it was because I spent time revisiting various Britpop records of the 90s from Oasis, Elastica, Pulp, Blur, or maybe because I've enjoyed so much of Noel Gallagher's recent output with the High Flying Birds, but the more this song would roll up in one of my playlists, the more I would just stop what I was doing and take it in. The lead single from Blur's 2023 album, The Ballad of Darren, the Narcissist, is a song that builds to a crescendo that it never quite hits. Damon Albarn's emotive vocals and introspective lyrics convey a message of longing to transcend. But is Albarn yearning to escape the narcissism of others, or his own? It's a heady exploration for a song that ultimately plays like a soundtrack to a top-down drive along the beach on a sunny, late June afternoon. Agree, disagree? Songs of your own? Comment section. A lot of big things are going to happen in the Gen X music world in 2024. Will one of them be a Rush reunion? Find out here. And whatever you do, however you do it, don't you ever stop rocking.